Well
Tonight's
remembered.
team huddle. My name is Emma Karen Wilson, and I am the founding ambassador of the Beyond Beauty Club. And I'm joined by my lovely Rachel Allen, who is the second founding member of the Beyond Beauty Club.
Woo!
Um, yeah, so tonight we've got a nice special team huddle. Back to basics. So you're going to hear a little bit from me and Rachel about back to basics. And then I'm really excited that one of my new team members who's absolutely smashing it, she has hit brand partner 2 in just 6 weeks in the business. She also qualified for founders dinner 6 weeks into the business. Absolutely incredible. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear a little bit from our special team member a bit later on in the call. So I'm very excited about that. And do you know what? I'm going to let Rachel introduce herself and say hello before.
Hello, everybody. I missed you guys last week. I was away in lovely Portugal. I am blah, blah, blah. I'm a year older now, so panicking a little bit, but I'm all right because I'm looking younger because of my skincare and radiance. So, like Lynn, I'm aging backwards. So I'm very excited for tonight. It's a topic that we have kind of covered on the previous weeks, but I said to Emma that this is something that's actually working. And I know, like Emma just said then, that we are the two founding first members, and it's no coincidence that we're both having our biggest sales month since we started. Emma started talking about it, and I'm super, what's the word? Trying to think. I'm like a sponge. Like if someone finds something that works, like I'm straight on. Like I don't have any sort of like ego to think I know best. If like anyone joins and they find something that works, like we all learn from each other. And I've really got on with this too, and I'm excited to share this. And I'm going to speak a bit more tonight because maybe I'll say something that's slightly different or a different perspective or anything like that. So let's get cracking. So we all know this. People don't just join a business, and people don't just buy off random people because they like to go onto Facebook and expect to buy. It's not Amazon, it's not eBay. They don't go onto Facebook expecting to think, oh, what can I buy on here today? So it's all about people joining the belief in what you're talking about, people joining solutions to things that can be quite emotional for them, concerns, and people join energy. We all sell. I don't like the word sell, but we all talk about similar things, but we are all so different. And there's a reason why someone might order with you rather than somebody else, because they just relate to you. And, energy can't lie. How you come across in everything that you do says so much about you. And that's what makes us unique and special. And it's a power. So we need to utilize it massively. So be yourself. Remember that people are looking at you for the energy that you bring and how you are portraying yourself on social media. Like I said, no one comes on there expecting to be sold to. So just if you think that your post looks salesy, it probably does. And so let's reword that. I've got a tickle in my throat and it's really tickling. So hero products. I'm going to have to get a drink. What is it?
So why hero products work? So the idea of a hero product, whether it be one or two products, is the product that you have the biggest emotional attachment to, you're having maybe the best results with. So for me, in case you haven't noticed, on my social media, I talk a lot about radiance. I use other products. I use the skincare every day. I use the cleansing balm. I use Ignite. I use Rise. But the main hero product that I've chosen is radiance. Now, what I realized was I was on my social media not knowing which products I was going to use today, a bit like all over the place. So if I felt confused about what I was talking about, how the hell do you think my audience felt? Like they must have not really known what's going on. And I'll be really honest, I've looked at some other profiles and all people that I've spoken to after I've looked at them and thought, I don't really understand what you're selling. I don't really understand what you're passionate about. I just feel like we've literally opened a catalogue and you're just talking about different stuff. There's no passion because you can't be super passionate about every single product on. So you might feel that way, but you can't be passionate about every single product. So it's really important that and this is something we learned right at the very beginning when we had social media training from an Instagram guru called Brock. He talked about people coming to your social media and they know what they're expecting to see. So I hope when people come to my social media, they expect to see me taking Radiance, me going to the gym, me being a mum, me going to horse riding, and probably me talking about getting an early night's sleep. They're the things, and obviously talking about business. They're the things that run my life right now, right? That's what they expect to see. And so that means that people that enjoy watching that or inspired by that want to get more sleep, that want to go to the gym, that want to be like or are a mum, they come to my profile. People that party all weekend and don't have children and don't get much sleep probably aren't going to follow me because they're going to think I'm really boring. And I probably wouldn't follow them unless maybe I'm like, oh, back in the day, that was me. But that's not me anymore. So, you know, people follow who they relate to or who they're inspired by. So I think it's really important for you to, we know we love most of us use a lot of products and we love all of them, but really home in on the one that you feel most passionate about.
And the thing is as well, is that the one that or two, I was going to say for Emma, like we didn't know what ones we were going to fall in love with. And before we launched, Emma kind of, you know, all of us were kind of guessing and think Radiance would be kind of my thing from a skincare background. Emma's was going to be like Ignite, because she's going to 5 a.m. workouts and so. You don't know which one you're going to suddenly think, do you know what? This actually fits into my lifestyle really well. And I authentically love it and would tell my family about it, whether I was within the business or not. They're the ones that are your hero product. And for me, I do too. I talk about Nourish and Radiance. They're the two I talk about. I did take some photos of my skincare that I'm going to do a post about at some point, just like even like it's once or twice a month, just to kind of discreetly show that it's part of my daily routine. I found skincare that works for me. I'm not going to stop it, but it's not something I'm talking about all the time. I didn't have like horrific skin, so for me, I feel like when you share pictures, I haven't got an emotional story to share. I can't reach people's emotions with talking about about my skin. Yes, I feel a bit more confident, but what I'm finding with Nourish is sharing my whole kind of journey about discovering back to my body confidence. And I did a post yesterday, which was nothing about the business, but it's got like 200 likes, it's got loads of comments, and it's because it's something that's so relatable and emotional. It's a thing that a lot of women and men like relate to, and it was about me wearing I went out on Saturday and I didn't wear a single piece of black. I kind of set myself the goal and I was like, I'm not going to wear any black. Like, I'm not even going to wear black mascara or eyeliner. I'm going to see if I can go out without any of it, because for me black was a comfort to hide my body a lot. So it's so important to be talking about something that's true and authentic and really reaching that emotion, and creating the confidence in buyers and sellers. And I just want to echo as well what Emma said about having a clear message and really thinking about what it is that you want to talk about on your social media, because I go through a lot of the team, and I do think that in the morning you're talking about, I don't know, one product, in the afternoon you're talking about another, the next day another, and like by day 7 you've covered 14 products, and it's just, it doesn't look like you have one that you completely are head over heels in love with. It makes you maybe look like more like sales. And I remember with my previous company, I really liked it. It was very niche. Like there was only a few products, and I always thought of that as a strength. And I remember other people going, when they try and pitch you to go to other companies, oh, you should come to us. You know, we've got 400 products in our category. And I remember always thinking, like, I don't think that's a strength. Some people might look at it like strength, but for me, that doesn't feel like a strength. That makes me feel like it's not specialized in something specific. So find what you feel is really special to you, and you talk about that. And just because you pick your 2 hero products or 1 hero product, it doesn't mean you're not going to sell anything else. I got an Ignite order, which I don't think I've ever posted about, 2-3 days ago, because this girl was following my stuff and asked information on Radiance. It actually turned out that she's a real gym bunny. She's looking for a pre-workout. So she got Ignite. So it doesn't mean that you're restricting yourself. It's almost like your entry product or your entry to the conversation is something that you can use to create that. Once you're in a conversation with someone, you can like niche that down and find what would be more, maybe there's something that's more suitable for them, but the product that you're really passionately talking about is is made them attracted to you rather than the specific product.
100%.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just talking for ages. Sorry, I'm back to you.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, I think what's really for me on my stories, I literally just document my day. So if I happen to put a skincare app, I put a skincare app. I always document my radiance because that's my hero. Talk about like my stories, like my daily, you know, and then my posts, especially on Facebook, the focus every single day is to give information, education. I know we're going to talk about this in a minute about my one specific product, but similarly to what Rachel was saying, last week I had a lady inquire about Radiance. She did actually end up buying Radiance, but she also bought Nourish and she bought Rise. And maybe that's because I've drip fed a little bit about them on my socials as well, or maybe they just took her fancy on the website. Who knows? I'm going to ask her. But this isn't about us, you know, saying we only sell one product. It's literally about our audience understanding, okay, she knows what she's talking about. You know, she's not just trying to make a sale off me. She believes in something. And I feel like similar to what Rachel said before, in my last company, I never ever did as many personal sales a month as what I do here. Would like to say that, and never ever would I have. Last month I did 1,400 of personal sales, which I've never in my life did in my last company. I was so proud. And all new customers. I think 1,100 was new customers. The rest was subscriptions from before. But I feel like when people message me about Radiance, I don't know, I just have a confidence, like I know what I'm talking about. And then we might talk about other stuff as well, but it's really allowed me to become my own little Radiance expert in my own way. And I think that's really helped me to become more confident with my customers too.
Yeah, and it makes you so much more trustworthy. Like you said, it just makes them think, like, I trust this girl, that she actually honestly believes what she's selling or believes what she's talking about. It's also making me laugh that you were talking then waving your fork in your hand. Anyway,
I haven't had my dinner yet. Sorry, Jason just bought me in a chicken salad and I'm just going to eat this while I'm doing the call.
Well
Sorry.
Well done, Jason. So we've got a 3-step that we'll take you through. So step 1 is that you be the testimony. Be the testimony. Right, that's right. Use it, feel it, document it. So really think, what is the product that you use the most, that fits into your lifestyle the most? And if you can't come down to one, like I've done 2, because I religiously have Nourish every day for breakfast and I religiously have Radiance every night before bed, maximum of 2. But think, what is it that you would look your family in the eyes and hand on heart, not that the other ones wouldn't, but hand on heart would be the first thing that comes to your head to think, I actually love this product. And every day share how it makes you feel. So we can sometimes, and I'm really guilty for this because I'm such a geek for knowledge and information, don't be factual, because they can find that on the website. Be how it makes you feel. And I've learned this a lot from Emma's posts, and I've used a lot of like ChatGPT as well to like help me like get my posts better, so that I can slip in some key facts that are going to like appeal. But the majority of my status is how it makes me feel, is my words, so that people aren't just interested in the product, they're interested in what in me and what I'm saying. So a lot of the time when I'm talking about Nourish, I'm talking about it gives me peace of mind, because I'm someone who, I don't know if anyone else can relate, and quite often I say that as well, by the way, but can anyone else relate? Is like, I guilt myself. So like I will have something later in the day and then I feel guilty about it, and then I kind of spiral, and then I can lose my habits and my healthy habits because I like beat myself up about having something I shouldn't have, blah blah blah. With Nourish, it gives me that peace of mind every morning that I've started the day right, with lots of vitamins and minerals. It's only 104 calories. It's quick to make when I'm rushing out the door with the kids, so I don't stop off at, I don't know, there's a Greggs on the way back from the kids' school. So sometimes I'm like, I'm starving, and I'll get like a sausage, beans and cheese pasty. I've said to Emma before and she's like, yeah. But I don't do that anymore because I've had a Nourish on the way to school. So talk about how it makes you feel. Maria's put, I have 3. I hope you mean you've got 3 hero products, so you don't have free pasties in the morning. How it makes you feel. Daily stories. So I've tried to separate my stories and my posts now. So my stories is more like my day-to-day life, and my posts on Facebook are a little bit more in depth, talking about something specific and how I feel about it. I think stories with too much writing just don't get the traction that you want. And post about how it solves a problem. So everyone out there has something that they would like to fix. And that is why I don't like using the term weight loss, but that is why weight loss is a big seller, not just in our company, but in all across the world. Weight loss sells. There's so many different things out there to lose weight, and it's because it's such an emotional thing for so many people. I was actually shocked to know that some of like my close family members are actually concerned about their weight. For example, it's like, I never thought you'd be bothered about that, but they instantly are. So that's why it's an emotional decision. Tiredness, your skin, bloating, the confidence in yourself, like everyone, there's no one there that just thinks, do you know what, I wouldn't change a single thing. And we're not about trying to change people, but solving problems is the key. And I remember Marta taught us this, and we've got a training call from Marta where she talks about this, and it's really, really powerful. So an example, this is the only thing I've been consistent with that's made my skin this clear and my energy this stable. If you're like me and you've tried everything, this is the one that I'd start with. And I just think that's super powerful. It's kind of like the feel, felt, found method, if anyone's ever heard of it, but it really just makes you connect to them. So I know how you feel, like I felt like that, but then I found this product that really works. So you bring yourself, you know, building rapport with your customer of like, I get it, I felt like that, but like, this is what I've truly found that works well for me.
And it's got
honestly,
there's so much confidence in that. Sorry, like,
yeah, no, there is, yeah.
This isn't like, oh, I wonder what you'd think about my new product. This is like, listen, this is actually the best, and it's a confidence. It's like telling people actually, and we see so much, like there's so many comments of people saying they love Nourish, and further up, there was other comments about hero products. But if you love something, it's so much easier to talk about it because you have that passion. It's just about wording it the right way, so people don't think, oh, she's trying to sell me a product, and actually, oh, she rates this product. There's a very like slight difference in the wording that you use that can make all the difference.
Yeah.
Eating my strawberries.
1,000,000%. So step 2, create curiosity before conversion. So you're using storytelling. So if you go to mine and Emma's posts, like, not that I'm bigging ourselves up, but like Carly as well, a lot of us that are doing this method, we talk a lot about the storytelling behind it. So the reason why I love Nourish is the story behind it, that it's helping me rediscover my body confidence. It's because I'm out busy running around. It gives me that peace of mind that I'm getting vitamins and nutrients into my body, blah, blah, blah. Emma's is really like strong on knowing that after you turn 25, your collagen like starts depleting, that you need vitamin C for your body to be able to absorb it, and so much more than that, like your joints, your mood, etc., etc. So tell a story when you're going to talk about a product. Make sure you've got a story to tell there, and if you don't have your own story, which hopefully you do, then you might have a customer story that you could share, or I don't know, one of our friends that you could share. But just really try and think, if I was reading this as a customer, would I feel like this sounds salesy, or would I feel like it's storytelling?
And also,
Emma,
sorry.
Challenges? No, you go.
I think as well, do you know what? If you're fairly new to the team, sorry, I've just got a mouthful of salad. If you're fairly new to the team, what made you buy the product in the first place? What sort of status was it? What did you see that made your brain go, oh, okay, I'm going to try that actually. I've seen that skincare. I've seen those results pictures so many times. Or was it like, what was it? And the same way with what made you make the decision to join the team? Even if you have been with us since the beginning, what was it that made you go, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to join this business. And just please don't say the app, because we haven't got that anymore.
Get the violins out.
But like, have a think about what it was that made you make that decision, because often your audience is like you. So if it was that you saw Lynn's before and after picture and thought, there's absolutely no way that girl's 49, like, honestly, I don't know, I just can't believe it. I'm going to try this sorcery. I'm going to try this sorcery skincare. Then share her results picture, share your own results picture. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is that made you feel inspired to join the business. And then maybe look on some of the other girls. What are they posting? Which of the posts that you've seen them write about make you think, okay, I'm interested? Like, and then reword it to sound like you. You know, we're a team, but it's really great to share each other's ideas, but it's also really important to be yourself. So right at the beginning, we did a lot of statuses, and you know, there would be the same status over and over and over again. And what we realized is that really doesn't work. So like, if you're inspired by someone, 100%, look at what they've written about and then make it like, reword it to be you, so that your audience are reading you and they're not reading Rachel or me or whoever, because you've been inspired by that status. But you can be inspired by so many. Sometimes Carly will put a post up and I think, oh my God, that's amazing. Or last week, Claire put one up and I thought, I love that. And actually, Lynn put one up and I thought, I want to save that because I'm going to do one like that in the future.
I do that.
I managed to accidentally post it, I don't know how, saying I was 49. And Jane McMurray messaged me saying, no, you're not 49, are you? And I was like, no, I definitely didn't mean to post that one. But yeah, be inspired by the team, by your fellow Beyond Beauty Club family, and use that to help you. It was only up for 5 minutes. Use that to help you to make your social media even better. Just don't do what I did.
That's so funny. I didn't even see that myself, but I do actually screenshot like Emma's, Carly's, Amy, Lynn, Georgina, etc. Like people's posts and think, I love that, and I love it's not even the words, it's the energy and the way that they've worded it, and like that previous example showed like the confidence and conviction in what they're talking about. So your goal, 2 to 3 post stories a week that show results, not promotion. So show real results, show real storytelling, not just this product does XYZ, because we need to be showing that emotion. Em, do you want to talk about you loved these challenges and glow ups and things? Do you want to talk about? She's like, yeah, just give me a second, just eating. Oh, collect screenshots, quotes, and before and afters. Good, that's what I'm doing. Sorry, she's just finishing her mouthful.
I definitely thought this was you, so I was like, I'll just shove it. So,
No,
sorry,
no, no.
guys.
Well,
I would never usually eat my dinner on the
no, it's fine.
huddle, but so 48-hour challenges, 24-hour challenges, sorry, 3-day glow ups, 5-day mini try-ons. I thought we weren't going to put this bit in. This is that we didn't like.
Oh, I thought it's the bit you was like you did like. Okay, so we'll look at this again and come back when we figured that one out.
So obviously we do offer a trial, a 30-day trial as part of our when you buy Radiance or Nourish or whatever, you can buy a 30-day trial. So originally last month, the fact when people messaged me about Radiance, I was offering them a 30-day trial, and then like at the end of this month, I will go back to them, or in a couple of weeks, I'll go back to them and say, oh, do you want to go on the subscription because it's 15% cheaper, blah, blah, blah. But actually this month, I've not been offering the 30-day trial at all. I've just been explaining to them to get the best results, you need to be on the product for more than 30 days anyway. So the best price, free shipping, comes with the subscription. So I've been offering all of my Radiance customers the 90-day supply on subscription or pay in full. So I still give them 2 options, but I don't, I just mentioned to them that they get free shipping and it's an extra 15% off. If they say no, or there's a cost issue, I then go back and say, we do have a 1-month offer. It's £37. And there's a shipping cost, not to put them off, but I just think if that was me, girl maths, I'm like, hang on, I'm going to pay £31 a month for 3 months, or I'm going to pay 41 for 1 month. Like that just makes no sense. So I will go with the subscription. So that is a lesson I learned. Actually, Carly mentioned it to me and I thought that makes a lot of sense. So we decided that this month we were going to go straight in with a subscription. And every single person that I've spoken to has gone with a subscription. And actually that's great because it's better for them. It's free shipping and it's cheaper. So it makes sense. And it's better for us because obviously they're getting a full, I feel like I'm talking so fast now, a full 90-day experience of the product. I do have some people that do want to just order a 1 month of each, and that's fine. The girl that bought Radiance, Nourish and Rise bought a 1 month of each. And then she said when she decides which one she likes, she'll come back and go on subscription. That's great too. But I definitely lead with subscriptions for sure.
Okay, so step 3, convert customers into conversations. So it's kind of like being a customer doesn't need to be that final line. For some people, they're happy being a customer and they might be a customer forever. However, as we know, some of our best, not distributors, affiliates, ambassadors come from happy customers because they're going to, I don't know about you, but I have customers that recommend me to people anyway. And then that's when I say to them, like, why don't you have your own referral code? Like you might as well. So I'm examples such as you'd be amazing at sharing this. Do you want to make your order free or even make an income? Obviously by signing up and doing their order through themselves, making sure they hit at least 100 personal volume, the commission that they earn back can cover the cost of their products itself. Or you've had such good results, do you want to help me shout louder about this? Which I think is cool as well, like a different twist on how to talk about it, because they're brand new products, they're unknown, no one's heard of them before. So like, let's shout about this louder. What's going to say? Oh, yeah, so that's how I've had some of my best distributors, is having and not distributors, I hate that, I really don't like that word. Some of my best people, affiliates, is because I don't need to tell them that the products are great. They've already used them, so they already believe that anyway. And even if it's a customer that's used Radiance, they could just join and be an affiliate who just promotes Radiance because they love it. This is the best collagen I've ever used. I've used it for a month or however long it is. I loved it so much I wanted to get my own referral code because I was already recommending people anyway.
And do you know what? Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, anything you want to say on this one, Em?
Yeah, so do you know what? I offered this to my hairdresser because she was raving about the product. She gave me 2 customers, her husband bought it, and I was like, why don't you just become an affiliate? And she was like, honestly, I love helping you, but I'm just not interested at the moment. So it wasn't a no, but she sent me 5 more customers. And I said to her, like, babe, you'd have hit your first promotion. She was like, I know, but I just love helping you. So in that situation, she actually doesn't want to be an affiliate, and that's okay. She's really busy. She's quite successful, very successful. In fact, she does really well, and she doesn't want to add anything else. She said, I feel like if I was selling it, I wouldn't be able to talk about it as passionately. And it's okay for people to say no, but I've got an amazing girl now who was referring people to me, and I bought her an SPF to say thank you. And that's just sometimes how business works as well. People might say, actually, no, I don't want to be an affiliate, but I will recommend people to you. Great, win anyway, you know, she doesn't want to. I get to help her friends and family, and she's going to be a customer for a long time because she absolutely loves it. So I feel like you can't lose with this either. I joined the business because in the support group that I was in a weight loss support group for a shake, and the girl put in an advertisement that basically said she needed help because she was overwhelmed with new customers. And I was like, all right. And she messaged me saying, you're so like helpful in the group, like you'd be perfect for this. And I remember thinking, oh wow, that's so nice. Like it was such a compliment to me. Little did I know that that would change my whole life. But you know, it was just that I was active. So if some people I know have got like WhatsApp groups for like radiance challenges, and I know we've got the glow up group where there is some more active people than others. So they give you the opportunity to be able to message your customers that may be commenting or more involved to say like, oh, you'd be great as part of the team. And I think that's what pulled me in, is that she made me feel, whether it was genuine or not, who knows, doesn't matter 12 years later, but she made me feel like she wanted me to be running alongside her. And so that meant a lot to me. And so it took me a couple of days to come back to her, but yeah, it was an easy yes. Like, why not? And I know now, 12 years later, there's so many more offers on the market. But, you know, every person that I've spoken to recently, when I've said it so casually, like, oh, you know, has been like, oh, yeah, I definitely have more information on that. Because it wasn't a pressured, I really want you to think about this huge, it was just like, you'd be great at this, you know. And I never forget Amber saying on the recruitment training, like, say it for fun, you know, don't say it with any anticipation that if this person joins, this is transfer whole business. And like, don't do any of that. It's just like, just ask for fun. Do you fancy it? You'd be great. Oh, actually, yeah, why not?
I've started taking out, when I'm speaking to people about being an affiliate, I've started taking out things like, do you want to join the team or join the business, or any of that vocabulary whatsoever? Because I feel like on social media nowadays, the likelihood is they've already been approached by another company at one point throughout social media about joining a business, blah, blah, blah. And so before you even started, they've already been like, oh. So with this, I just make it super, super casual. We're just being like, do you want your own affiliate code? Same as Gusto and HelloFresh. People use it, they get the best price on their products, and you earn royalties from them using your code. And I don't mention any terminology of joining the business, joining the team, XYZ. And it's having a lot of success. And along the way, if they want to build a career, that's up for them. But for now, they're joining as affiliates by sharing a discount code. And I just feel like that whole entry is just so much more casual. So yeah, that's the 3 steps. And
just
now,
one more thing. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
We on the last page, I know we're probably talking for way longer than we're meant to be. It's already 9 o'clock.
I know, sorry.
We talked about hosting 15-minute hero chats to explain the products and affiliate. And I feel like this is something we could definitely do on Instagram a lot more, where it's like, I love this product. It's amazing. This is why it's amazing. And, you know, you can earn up to 40%. You know, if you want to do a mini opportunity call yourself for your audience, a hero product chat is a great one to do.
And continuing that simplicity down when you bring in new people and teaching them about just finding their hero product as well, like sending them a full list of all the products and everything you need to know can be overwhelming. Just get them to fall in love with 1 or 2 products, and that's where they can begin. So talking about building a team, how to build a team, well, not how to, but building a team with your hero product. The best recruiters are the best repeaters. I love this. It's similar to like what Lynn always says about, it's not about what works, it's about what duplicates. You need a duplicatable system, and that's how you build a successful business. Other people knowing what they're doing without you needing to handhold them every single time. They just duplicate what you have shown that you are doing. So teaching your team to post 3 times a week about their favorite hero products. Keep and mix in between that is obviously like their lifestyle. Emma mentioned earlier, like she knows, if you go on her profile what you're going to expect. And for me, I like to talk a lot about self-confidence, self-worth, a bit of mental health and things. I also start talking a little bit more about navigating being like a Sen mum and like my journey with my son and certain things like that. And I built a bit of a community of like a new mum group on Facebook, which has nothing to do with business, and maybe in the future that will open some more doors. But it's just an authentic group of women that I'm getting some support from, which is lovely. And Lynn has got home education, a whole new community of women and men that she's speaking to, about that. And you've got your different things. Feel and use the products yourself. So if your new team member joins and just wants to get that one product, find out what it is that their emotional connection to one of the solutions that our products can solve, and they will fall in love with that product, and they will feel authentic to talk about it, share it, stories, lives, and messages, and inviting them through. Have you ever thought about earning from this? So teaching your team how they would continue doing that as well. I don't know why this is on the same slide, but it all makes sense. It's all duplicatable. You help your team and they will know how to expand their business as well.
I feel like it is such an easier way to introduce someone into the business without the overwhelm of so many products, so many things. Do the DMO, find your hero product, feel it, use it, love it, done. It's not like the 17 different products, this and this. It's just a much more simple system.
It does. I know we're supposed to be trying to speed up because we're speaking for ages, but I feel like we haven't mentioned on this call, because we're talking a lot about the content that you put out, but it is super important as well that the beauty and where the magic actually happens with this is within your messages, is the conversations that you are having. So don't just expect to be posting and stories and you're going to suddenly have people flocking to you because you've chosen one product and you're talking about it nonstop. And I do believe that you will get more people interested from talking about one product, but we're not promising you that you're going to have an influx of people without you actually being in your messengers. I was speaking to Amy Jalassi about it yesterday. And she's having a great sales month and she's got big goals this month for it, and she was talking about the power of being in your inbox as well and having those conversations. If people have liked your status or liked your story or even viewed your story, you could always ask them, is it something that they would like to chat about?
I've definitely have found following up. I've definitely found following up with likes as well. So I've recruited a new team member just from saying, thank you so much for the like on my post. And she was like, oh, can you see my intrigue? Well, I was hoping that was why you liked my post, but let's talk about it. And she's just signed up. And I think also the way you reply to comments. So if I get a comment, I'll reply on it straight away on my first comment and second comment, third comment, and then if there's more comments, I'll leave it and come back to it, reply to it later, might go back to an earlier comment, go back to posts that have done well before, reply to those comments, so that the ones that are doing well, especially on Facebook, they are being put back into the algorithm. So Facebook keeps giving me this award, which is like for rising creators. So my posts are getting more traction, which means Facebook is spreading my posts even more, which more people will see my posts. And that's all through like me learning and understanding my algorithm. So when people commenting back, spacing out the timings, going back. And I learned it a lot from Claire Black, going back and commenting on posts that have done well before, so that they're reboosted, then they reappear on people's news feed. So there is a bit of a like tactic to your posting. I never ever post information on how to order on my posts. So you have to message me to be able to order. Sometimes I'll post a link, but very rarely, because I want people to have a conversation with me to ask. So I don't post pricing. And when people say, can I have information? I will message like, yeah, I sent you a message. And then usually someone else will say, can you send me a message? Some people haven't even commented or liked and will be in my inbox. So I get people that I don't even know who they are. And I'm like, oh, hi, not liked anything. Wouldn't even know that they're looking at my profile. They've popped me a message. But obviously if I just put a link up there, they could click the link, not really understand what they were doing, and I would lose out completely. And that's something we learned right at the very beginning when we were sharing our codes all the time. So I definitely want to have the power of that conversation, because I know that you need radiance in your life. And whether you know it or not, you're going to know by the end of our conversation that you do, and you're going to benefit from it. And I think as well, don't ever forget to check your other inbox on Facebook, because sometimes if you're not friends with someone or you don't have friends in common, Facebook filters them out. And I've got an order from that just last week. So yeah.
Claire Black did actually say, by the way, as well as going back and like commenting on it and stuff, you can actually edit the post and like put an extra emoji in it, or take an emoji out or put an exclamation mark in it, and that also can reboost for your algorithms as well. Claire Black's got all the tactics. Right, Emma, do you want to introduce?
Yes, I'm super excited because we're going to have the gorgeous Michelle all the way from Portugal talk as our team spotlight tonight. So as I introduced earlier, Michelle joined us just 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago now. I've known Michelle for 12 years since I joined my original company. She was a national marketing director and had a successful business. I'll let her introduce herself, but I was super inspired and excited when she messaged to say that she was interested in the business and had been inspired by our products. Michelle has come in and absolutely smashed it with customers, already hosted her first event, and as I said before, has hit brand partner 2 and already qualified for the founders dinner. So super excited to have you on our call tonight, Michelle.
Oh, thank you so much. And that was just an absolutely fantastic team huddle. Brilliant information.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. I love them. So thank you for that lovely introduction. Yeah, no, I am so happy to be here. I don't know what took me so long. So I'll just give you a little bit about my background. I just trained as a beauty therapist, opened my first beauty salon back in 1981, so a long time ago. And so I was always passionate about helping primarily women with obviously health and beauty goals. And when I found my previous company, it was very much because I was looking for something that would help clients from, I was looking after them with facials and skincare, but I really felt that it had to come from within as well. So with my last company, that made perfect sense. And I stayed with them for 23 years. We moved down to Portugal about 7 years ago, and my husband's also in the business. In fact, we met and married through the business, and we moved to Portugal, and he always said, we've retired into the business by moving down to Portugal. But I guess then I kind of just went in a different direction. I was already a yoga teacher and started teaching meditation and yoga classes, and then we started running retreats. And I guess, network marketing just kind of very much took a back seat for me. And obviously I saw what was going on with Beyond Beauty, and having worked with Dan in the past, I just knew that whatever Dan touched was going to be absolutely amazing. So I was kind of watching, from afar. And, obviously with the skincare, that made just perfect sense for me. And then the nutrition, as soon as I saw the launch of the nutrition, that was it. And that was when I got in touch with Emma. And, I hadn't even used the products, but I have to say, I can't believe that they work so well. I actually contacted Emma and I said, everybody has access to these ingredients. What is it? What makes these products so special? Because I'm 63. I mean, you get to an age where, you're happy if you're kind of standing still, but I actually could see an improvement in my skin, and I really wasn't expecting that. And especially so quickly. It was just like, this is unbelievable. Obviously, absolutely thrilled. So it's just so easy to talk about the products because they work. And like Emma, I'm a Radiance girl, and I also love Rise because for the energy, that's also fantastic. But I had a client that came to, I had a cacao ceremony in Soundbath today. And one of my ladies, she literally got her order last Wednesday, and we're Monday today. So she's not even been taking it a week. And she walked in and I went, oh my God. And she, I know, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But she noticed the difference so quickly. So I'm absolutely thrilled, loving the products, loving being here with you girls. And what I've got to say is what you've created in terms of the support from everybody and the love between all the girls is absolutely amazing. So it's brilliant that I recognize and know so many of you from our last company. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I love that, Michelle. Thank you so much. Your skin looks incredible.
Yeah, amazing. The girls in the comments are really shouting you out as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But do you know what makes me feel so proud is that we've got incredible products that not when you're sharing what you just shared, nothing was about how much money you've made, or it was all about how good you feel sharing the products, how great your customers feel, and how great it is to be a part of that. And that makes me feel that's what drives a great, for me, that's what's important. It's not about, I made, it's the fastest way I've ever made money before, because that's not, yes, of course, we all want to earn money. It's a business, but that's not what drives us in the business that we're building. And I feel super proud of that. And I love having you in the community, Michelle. So thank you so much. And I'm super excited to grow this together.
Absolutely.
So Rach, I think we did we have one more slide to share?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, hold on. Let me quickly share it. I'm scared to share my whole desktop because I don't know what's going to come up. Good, I'll quickly go for it. There we go. Okay, so the business is simple. Not always easy, but simple. And it's so duplicatable, and hopefully this call has kind of showed you how you can really simplify things down to not only make it simpler for you, simpler to duplicate, but do you know what? It's also made it for me even more enjoyable. And Emma and I's conversations have kind of gone back to almost when we first started in network marketing, oh, I've just got an order. Oh, I did too. And it's kind of I've just missed that buzz of being a little bit addicted to getting a new customer and that buzz that it gives you. And it's just made it honestly more fun for me to feel like I'm going back to basics. People are buying the products, people are wanting to know information and on joining the team. And do you know what? It feels just lighter. That's probably the best way to explain it. This is the reason why I got involved. I got involved in the industry, but this is why I fell in love with the industry from the early days, is this feeling. And I remember someone saying to me in my previous company that it was like Candy Crush, but with real money. And it's always stuck with me because there's this gamified feel of it, of it becomes addictive and it's fun to go out and help some more people get the product. So to finalize, lead with 1 or 2 products. Maybe think about after this call, if you haven't already, what are your hero products? What are your products that not just you've seen your upline talk about, so you think it looks fun to talk about, or you feel like you could be inspired by some of their posts. Really think about it. Maybe it's a product that you haven't really seen many people talk about. I think Shura, for example, is talking quite a lot about Restore. And it's funny because it's not always the product that you originally think you're going to fall in love with straight away, but that's the product that she does religiously use every day and has really noticed difference from it. Tell your truth. Invite others into that energy. Your energy doesn't lie. How you do everything is how you do anything is how you do everything. Is that the right way around? But your energy doesn't lie. It comes through in everything that you do. You don't need to know everything to change someone's life. You just need to believe in something enough to say, come and look at this. I found something that works. It's really authentic. It's confident and it's the truth. Anything you want to say, Ems, to wrap up?
Just that if you're ever having, a day in the business where you doubt yourself, we've all had those days, but I tell you what, there's nothing like a new customer or a new team member to give you a boost to make you feel and if you can do it once this month, you can do it twice this month. And yeah, I just feel exactly what Rachel said, the new customers that have been coming in have given me such a buzz. And that is what this business is all about, helping people feel amazing in their skin and then inspiring those women to be able to, or men, but mainly women, to be able to make this, help them earn some extra money. And when I joined for a couple of £100 extra. And yes, of course, it's super exciting when a leader joins from another company and they do really well. But do you know what? When I hear that a mum or someone has earned enough money to be able to put the petrol in their car that they couldn't before, or that's been able to do their food shop where they couldn't, that's what makes me feel the most motivated. Yes, of course, it's amazing when someone earns and buys a new house, and that is incredible too. But when I really feel like we're helping women to just become a little bit more, that then can become a little bit more, that makes me feel so excited. I think because that's what it was for me. That first lot of money changed my life more than I can ever even explain. And so being able to help to give that to other women is so powerful. So yeah. Yes, I'm now sitting in the pitch black.
but with a full tummy. Thank you so much, everyone. Sorry we ran over a little bit, but thank you for everyone's comments. It sounds like everyone's taken something from the call. Michelle, thank you for being here.
Thank you
are
again,
amazing.
Michelle.
Honestly, and you look absolutely incredible whilst I'm sat here in my pajamas.
Radiant. I'd say bloody radiant, Michelle.
You're bloody radiant.
Good night,
Thanks so much, guys.
girls.
Lots of love. Bye.